permissibility of determining the sex of the baby, the gender of the child. Is it permissible or not? It is true that Allah the Almighty stated in Surah Ash-Shura that He grants whomever He wills boys, and He grants whomever He wills girls, and He makes whomever He wills have both boys and girls, and He makes whomever He wills sterile. لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. Allah the Almighty explained that He grants whomever He wills. يهب لمن يشاء إناثا ويهب لمن يشاء الذكور أو يزوجهم ذكرانا وإناثا ويجعل من يشاء عقيما. So Allah the Almighty says in Surah Ash-Shura in the two consecutive ayahs 49 and 50, لله ملك السماوات والأرض يخلق ما يشاء. To Allah belongs the domain of the heavens and the earth. He creates whatever He wills. يهب لمن يشاء إناثا. He grants whomever He wills girls, females. ويهب لمن يشاء الذكور. And He grants whomever He wills boys, males. أو يزوجهم ذكرانا وإناثا. And in many cases Allah grants whomever He wills both boys and girls. ويجعل من يشاء عقيما. And sometimes He makes whomever He wills sterile. He made some of the prophets sterile. إنه عليم قدير. What a combination of two of the most beautiful names of Allah. He's all-knowing and He's able to do all things. One should be happy and pleased with Allah's decree for him or her. If Allah give you a boy, a girl, they're all girls, they're all boys, alhamdulillah. This is all from Allah the Almighty. And said Allah the Almighty is Alim, Qadir. He knows best. Having a boy or having a girl or having both boys and girls or not having any at all, this is good for you. You may say, no, I know it is good for me. This is not you, because you don't know the near future, let alone the far future. And you know the story of Al-Khadr when he killed the baby, the child, and he said that his parents were righteous and he was going to give them a hard time because he was going to be a disbeliever and wicked when he grows up. So Allah the Almighty decided to give them a better replacement and so on. So Allah knows best. But is it still permissible if I have an access to determine the gender of the child, like somebody whom Allah blessed with 6 girls? Until today in some cultures, even in North America, in America, a lot of families, they give preference to boys over girls. They love to have a boy. Okay? So after having 6 girls and have been trying, I would like to see a son to bear my name, to manage the business after my death, to take care of whatever. Is it permissible? It is permissible with conditions. Number one, that this is one of the reasons which may allow you to do that. But what are the conditions? Not exposing one's awrah. Not exposing one's awrah. As you all know that the process of the in vitro fertilization would require the woman to be exposed repeatedly before her doctor. If there was no need for the in vitro fertilization, she wouldn't have to go through that. Okay? Maybe only during giving birth. Or if she is following up with a female gynecologist. So it is very limited. Sometimes they have those nurses who would deliver the woman at the time of birth and she would not be exposed to a male doctor whatsoever. The risk of mixing the the sexual discharge, whether the sperms or the eggs, through genetic engineering, yes, the scholars and the scientists manage to control the chromosomes, which will determine the gender of the baby. Okay, in many cases it is successful. But being exposed and exposing your awrah without a necessary reason, and also the risk of mixing one's sperm with others is very dangerous. As you know that in the States a few years ago, there was a doctor who was arrested for he has like a sperm bank and sperm donors where people donate their sexual discharge so that he can inoculate them in women who would like to have babies without having a husband and so on. In this case, after a while, they found that this person, this doctor, happened to be the father of hundreds of kids because the sexual discharge was only his. It is not permissible. Milk bank, sperm bank, egg bank, all of that is not permissible in Islam in order to maintain the family lineage. So if you fulfill these conditions, then it is permissible. Otherwise, one should be pleased with the decree and the decision of Allah. One doesn't know who is more beneficial for him. فعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا ويجعل الله فيه خيرا كثيرا وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون. It may be that you dislike something while it is better for you, and you may like something and you favor it over others while it is harmful, it is bad, it is evil for you, and Allah knows